Okay, come to the back of your mat or your space. Take a nice deep breath in. Turn the palms outwards so the shoulders are nice and open. Just turn the head side all the way across to the other side. Just nice and gently. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. Reaching up. And just hold that position up there. And then just fold forward, just allow everything to hang down. I'm a little bit tight this morning through my hamstrings, so not being able to fold as far down as I want. And then come all the way back up again. Okay, just check where your feet are. We're going to fold forwards and we're going to walk all the way out into a plank position. Keeping the hips nice and high, just hold the position there. Okay, allow the knees to come down, point the toes, and very slowly lower down to the floor. Just bring those hands off so you can reset the arms, and just bring them back down again. From here, we're going to push back into our child's pose. Press back, nice and long, and take that forehead down. Just hold your position there. I've just got someone that's dropped off the call, so we'll let them in. So holding nice and long in that child's pose. Then we're going to slide all the way through into our upward facing dog. So just allow the hips to sink through. Toes are pointed and long. And then just turn the head to one side. And then the opposite side. From here, we're just going to push back again into that long child's pose position, okay? Just look to get that forehead all the way down to the mat. And let's go long again into that upward facing dog. Allow the hips to press down, pull the core in nice and tight, and just lift up those shoulders. Chin. And then just gently lower all the way back down to the floor. So nice and slowly, just hold the position here. Tuck the hands in, and we're going to go up into that cobra. So tucking the elbows and just pressing up. So our hips are pressed into the floor. And then all the way back down again. From here, tuck the toes under, and we're going to press all the way up into downward facing dog. So press up, lift the hips up, straight legs, even weight between the hands. Allow the head to hang, but keep those hips nice and high on the balls of the feet. And here we're just going to walk the dog. Press the heel, press the heel. Nice and slowly, just firing up those calf muscles, staying long, keeping those hips nice and high. Knees are bending. Just pressing. A couple more. We're not looking to rush the movement, but looking to keep those hips up onto the balls of the feet. And from here, we're going to come all the way through into our upward facing dog. So allow those hips to sink all the way down. So just allowing that back. And from here, push back into our child's pose. Nice and long. Take that forehead down to the mat. Come all the way through again into upward facing dog. Hips are going down. Holding here. Just turn the shoulder, hold it there, and then press the other side. And press the other side. And press off to the other side. Come back to the middle, tuck those toes under, press the hips up into downward facing dog. Nice and high, okay? So really, really strong through the hip. Hold that position there for me. Just bend the knees in slightly. So we'll just come in into a tuck position. And then just take those knees all the way down to the floor. And then just sit back onto the heels so we're stretching out the foot. Hold there, just had somebody drop off the call. Hold the position here, stretching out through the heel. And coming all the way up, so we're just pressing in, so we're just stretching the arch out here. Lift that chin up, bring the hands up, nice and high in front of us, chest lifted, palms are facing each other. And just press them down to the side. Lift one side up, and we're going to go over to the side, just leaning. So we're still sat on those heels. Hand come down. Reach up nice and tall, take it over to the other side. And come down. Okay, release the feet. And from here, we're going to shoot all the way through into our upward facing dog. So go through, allow the hips. So I'm getting warmer now, so my hips are getting closer to the ground, finding the movement much easier. Okay, I'm going to go up into my 4-point position. And then here, I'm going to go down onto my elbows. And then I'm going to press down into puppy. So my hips are above my knees, and I'm looking to press my chest down into that deep shoulder puppy position. Forehead onto mat, arms nice and long, hips nice and high. And just looking to hold the position here. And then slowly raising through the elbows, keeping low to the ground, and sinking all the way back down again. So elbows are tucked nice and tight. And then from here, we're going to look to press the hips back, keeping them low, but keeping the hands in the same place, so we look to really extend through the shoulders. So pressing back into that puppy position. So stay nice and long. So we're looking to keep the chest low to the ground, forehead on. We're working through that upper back. Keep the hips up. Really nice stretch. Really feeling those shoulder blades. And then keep low to the ground. Just press back in again. Release the hands out so that they can go down to the side. And we're going to bring them behind. Just resting on our back side. And we're going to go into that focusing on the shoulders of our lotus. Now we're not going to lift the feet to begin with. So we're going to look to raise the shoulder blades together, raise the head up, and just looking to squeeze up, opening out the chest and working those shoulder blades. Lower that down again. My head is in a neutral position, and then I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening my chest and lifting my shoulders. Come back up into that position. And lower back down again. I'm going to do 2 more of these just so that we get used to getting that open chest. Head neutral, engage the shoulders, then lifting up the chest. And slowly bring it back down again. One more time. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, engage them, open the chest and lift. And lower it back down again. So this time, we want to bring the feet off the ground, so our hips are pushing and engaging into the floor. So bring those shoulder blades together, press the hips into the floor, head is neutral, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Just holding that position. So my elbows are pulling up. And lowering back down again. We can do one more of these. Engage the shoulder blades, open out the chest, lift up the elbows, press the hips in. Nice and long. So looking to arch that back. And relax. Okay, take the arms around and in front of you. You're going to go into a wide position above you. All we're going to look to do here is just lengthen all the way through the body. So the hips are pushing into the ground. I'll turn to the side slightly. And from here, we're going to take opposite arm and opposite leg. And we're just going to lift and lower. So we're just firing the hip, the shoulder. We're just looking to be long and be strong. Up and down. So some call these Superman, some call these swimmers. Okay, we're looking to pull diagonally up and down. So just firing, working on that lower back, working on the glute. Just looking to stretch and also to strengthen. Let's do a couple more. So bringing a little bit of our Pilates in with the yoga and hold it there. Bring the hands underneath and we're going to press up into that cobra. Keeping the elbows in, you may be able to go up a little bit higher this time. Bring the hips up into our 4-point position. So get that kneeling position here. And we're going to lift up. And we're going to go into a kneeling lunge. So 1 foot forward. Okay, hips nice and square. Just working on that hip flexor. Press the hand up. And then we're going to grip onto the elbow and lean into the bent leg. And bring it down. So this time, I want you to take your hands underneath. So you're clasping your hands underneath your leg. You're going to tuck the toe and you're going to press up here. So we're lifting up that leg, opening out the hip. Hands are just underneath. From there, you're going to take your elbow and we're going to twist through. Hands together. Wobbly this morning. Okay, bring my hands down. Okay, into a runner's lunge. Okay, so my just looking to support either side. Now, extending the stretch a little bit more, walking my elbows in. I'm going to go into a lizard. So the knee presses out, and I'm bringing my back down, but my hip is opening and my back knee stays off the ground, okay? This is a low lizard. So both elbows are on the ground. You can't really see because my arm's blocking it. My knee is here. Okay, lower that leg down there. Just press so it's even deeper. So opening out that hip in that lizard position. Press the hands up here, and we're going to lift through the hips into our half crescent. Deep, deep stretch. Lower it down. From here, we're going to press back into our half split, and we're going to look to bring the heel up, okay? So just stretching out that hamstring, staying nice and long. Hands are there for support. My head is up, neck is forward, nice and neutral. And just walk it forwards. And then we're going to bring that back leg up again into our runner's lunge. So we've got the hands either side. Now here, if we can, we're going to press through, lift the chest into that strong warrior one. So this is a deep warrior one position. Open out the hip, turn to the side into warrior two. Come up, turn the feet round, and then just lean forward into a wide straddle forward fold. Allow the head to drop. Bring the hands into the middle. We're going to take one hand and we're just going to turn, rotate the hip and the chest. We're going to go to our tripod position. Looking to straighten both of the legs. Lower that hand down and change sides. Bring it down. Just walk the feet in and then uncurl, stand back up again. So we're going to change sides, we're going to change legs, okay? So we're going to go back down to our kneeling position, making sure we take the opposite leg. So hips are nice and square. So I'm pulling up and I'm pulling into my bent leg. Bring it back to the middle. Clasp both of my hands underneath, tuck my toe, and then press up. So my hands are linked here. I'm going to take the hands together and then you're going to turn and rotate. Bring your hands either side into that runner's position, okay? So make sure the back knee stays up. We're looking to open out the hip a little bit more. Okay, lowering down into that lizard. So we're going to look to go lower, both elbows on the ground, back knee off, and we're really looking to open through the hip. My back is slightly bent, but my knee is off the ground. My opposite bent knee is just leaning to the side slightly. Just lowering that hip, pointing that toe just into a longer, deeper lizard. Okay, just press that leg up, come either side, here, lower it down again, up into crescent. Bring those hands down, tuck the leg again. Just fold in here. Bring the knee down, we're going to rock back into that half split. Hands either side, my hips are up, my toes lifted, Just stretching out through that hamstring. Okay, press up here. And if we can, lifting up into that deep warrior one. Turn that foot into warrior two. So opening out the hip. Coming up, turning the toes. And again, just folding forward and just allowing those hands to go down to the floor and to fold. Okay, in the middle here, we're going to just turn the hands here and we're going to go down into our deep side lunge, okay? So at the moment my heel's lifted. Ultimately what I'm trying to do is get my heel onto the ground. But I said that that will come with a little bit more ankle flexibility, a little bit more strength. If we can, lift the chest up. We're just looking to hold here. Bring the hands down. Bring that knee forward, okay? So we're in that side rock position. My back toe is pointed and my weight is placed evenly through. And we're just going to press back and then rock forward. Press back, rock forward. Just getting a nice deep stretch into that inner thigh. Okay, bring those knees together. Okay, we're going to go out into a frog position. So opening out the hips, getting nice and low. Allow the knees to slide outwards and we're just pressing through the middle, okay? My back is nice and flat. I'm resting on my elbows, but I'm opening out my hips whilst I'm in this position. Now, to make it harder or to extend it, we can go lower down and just press. So it's a kind of frog pose. Slide back up to the elbows and then press up and just slide the knees back in. Go backwards and we're going to extend this leg out to opposite side, so we work on the other lunge, okay? And if we can, just coming up to that balanced position. Not as strong on this side, a little bit wobbly. Okay, allow the hands to go down and allow that knee to fall forward, okay? Hands in front, and we're just going to rock the hip back and forwards, back and forwards. Opening out those hips. Okay, bring both the knees in, into that hero position. So both knees together, sitting back on the ankles. Just to stretch out the shoulder, just going into our eagle, cross, and press up, opening out the shoulders. And relax, untangle, change sides, press upwards. And lower it down. Going forward into our 4-point position. I'll go back slightly because of the camera. Turning my palm up, we're going to go through into thread the needle. So keeping my hips up, my head stays off the ground, my shoulder goes all the way to the floor. Just to increase it, extend your supporting hands, so you're really pushing into that stretch. Slide that hand back and press up, okay? Looking to change sides. So slide that hand through, turn my head, and then looking to lower that hip. Shoulder into the floor, and then extend through. Bring that hand back, press back up and through. So sitting down into our child's pose position, bring the forehead down. Just lift the forehead slightly, slide that hand over, and we're going to look to just stretch out that shoulder. So tucking it through. Pressing, looking to get the forehead down. Bring the hand up, press down again, change sides, thread the other hand through. And bring that back up. From here, go all the way through into upward facing dog. So here my hips are nearly on the ground now because I'm able to, nice and warm from today. Tuck my toes up, I'm going to go into a plank position. Okay, final stretches this morning. I'm just going to bring the knee in, turn it round into pigeon. So I'm not sat on. My hips are square, my knee is out to the side, leg is long behind, okay? So just one-legged pigeon, chest is up. Tuck that back foot under, lift my knee back into my plank position. Bring in, turn, and then sit back again. My hips are square. Just moving my foot to the side slightly so I'm not sat on top of it. I'm just looking to get that deep stretch into the glute. Tuck that toe under, press back into the plank, bring the knees down, and then sit all the way back. Sorry, into my hero position. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. Fill the lungs. And out. Big deep breath in. Raise the hands up. Be nice and long. Hands down to heart. And we are done, guys, for this morning. Hopefully, nice stretch through the hips. So tomorrow morning, we have another session for those who want to. I had to change yesterday. So thank you for joining me this morning. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.